In this particular episode, you will demonstrate the process of constructing a cow farm that efficiently provides both cooked food and leather. We have established 3 distinct breeding spots for the cows within a very compact area, and there is just one chest located at the bottom where we collect all of our loot. The farm is very simple to build, quick, and doesn't take up much space, so let's get started. If the video helps you, be sure to subscribe to this channel. I genuinely, truly care about this. You can also leave a like and a comment. Let's get started. If you are planning to buy Minecraft hosting, you can use the affiliate links found in the description. You might have already intended to purchase one of these hostings, and by buying through this link, you support this channel in the process. Thank you very much, and let's proceed. Here is a list of the items we require. A few construction blocks are needed here. I personally choose these, for example glass, to show you where the cows in the farm are located. Here, you can choose whichever blocks you prefer. We will use either a button or a lever. This is up to you to choose. Later I will show you what it's about and you'll decide which you prefer. Hay is essential for the breeding of our cows. Alternatively, you can use a lead to lure them, but we can also achieve that with hay, so the lead is not strictly necessary. You will need the remaining items in precisely the quantities I have listed here, so let's begin. Alright, let's commence by excavating a cavity where we shall position a double chest. Subsequently, we configure hoppers that direct into this chest. Therefore, while observing the chest and pressing the shift button, I proceed to position the hopper. And in exactly that way, right at the corner of our chest. Now, we can proceed to build the initial walls, which shall be placed right here. And in this location, we proceed to position the dispenser in such a manner that it is oriented inward, meticulously placing it upon these specific blocks. Subsequently, to arrange the redstone, we shall position blocks here along the path to establish a route, allowing us to lay out the redstone effectively. Behind the dispenser, I position a repeater, followed by additional redstone, another repeater, and yet more redstone. This is exactly how it appears. At this particular moment, I shall place a sign underneath each and every individual dispenser in this specific manner. Now, observing this front panel, I am able to position a half tile in such a way that it does not rest directly upon the chest, but is instead elevated by one block on the uppermost layer. Right now, I'll build a glass column here so we can see everything clearly, and will also add regular pillars in this spot. At this particular moment, I am preparing to securely affix a half tile to the back side of the dispenser, ensuring that it extends outward slightly, just like this. I will methodically repeat this procedure with each individual piece. In this particular manner, I am now capable of constructing around utilizing the standard building blocks. We have successfully accomplished that, and at this point, let's proceed to incorporate an additional layer on each respective end. We have it, and now on the middle glass block, which is exactly on this line, we will place signs, but we won't do that now. Now we'll place a regular full block here because we need it for the cow breeding process, and then we'll put a sign here, but I'll explain that too. We shall return to that later. Therefore, I proceed to perform this action on each of these respective sides. At this point, I am able to pour water onto each individual half slab, naturally on every single side, and above this half slab, I can position a complete full block. The water will come to a halt because it remains on this half slab. It will not vanish, and that is the appearance it presents. Now we can confidently place blocks here to align perfectly with the glass. And in the near future, we will naturally be guiding our cows to this location. But let's not overlook the importance of the button situated in this particular spot to activate the lava within our mechanism. Additionally, let us not neglect the lava itself, so let's ensure that each dispenser is filled with a single bucket of lava. We have the opportunity to test the mechanism without any liquid. We press the button and the lava emerges. We press it once more and it disappears. At this juncture, we have the option to utilize a lever in place of a button should we prefer that method. The lever provides us with the capability to remove the lava somewhat more swiftly if desired, so it ultimately depends on individual preference. Alright, at this point we shall guide the cows upward. To facilitate this process, let's construct a set of stairs. Perhaps even contemplate making them double, and you can effectively utilize hay by holding it in your hand. Our cows will subsequently follow us, enabling us to guide them upward. Alternatively, you can employ a lead if that proves to be more convenient for you. It truly doesn't matter significantly. Hay is more cost effective, let's say, so we can gradually lead the cows upward. Now we must carefully maneuver them so they descend into the water. If the cow jumps excessively, you won't be able to place another one there. You possess the option to temporarily eliminate the water by meticulously clicking on the half slab where the water is situated, utilizing an empty bucket. At this particular moment, we shall endeavor to incorporate the second one precisely right here. It was successful. At this point, I am able to pour water onto this half slab once more, and we shall repeat this process for each of these holes. 2 cows ought to be positioned here, 2 cows ought to be positioned there, and 2 cows ought to be positioned in this spot. We have accomplished that, and for convenience, we can install a fence here. It is necessary to frequently right-click to find the precise moment when they are not jumping in order to place the fence, which makes the situation a bit more tranquil. Now, we proceed to the process of breeding them. You need to breed as many as possible, which naturally involves utilizing hay by clicking on them, waiting for the young ones to mature, and then breeding them once more. The greater the number of cows you possess in each of these holes, the more efficient and productive the farm shall become. In a single hole, you're able to accommodate a maximum of 24 cows, so we must patiently wait, continue breeding them further, and persistently keep going around and around until there are numerous cows in each of these holes. Now that you have fully maximized the breeding of the cows in each individual pit, we can return to the topic of this particular sign that is supposed to be positioned in this specific place. These signs are meant to be on this central block, allowing us to access them from the front through this block, and therefore we are able to destroy it. Now I will swiftly demolish this particular block and position a sign securely on the glass. Alright, completed. And at this moment, repairing what I previously dismantled, we carefully place the block back into its original position. This specific sign is firmly positioned on the glass surface. This arrangement allows the young cows to descend into this designated area where they can grow and mature, and subsequently we are able to utilize lava to produce cooked steaks. The larger cows, of course, will stay in this particular location and will not have the ability to escape. So I replicate the procedure on the other side. We meticulously dismantle the central block, swiftly break it, and securely position a sign. We repair it and must replicate the process with this third block, and here we have the option to excavate to it from this side, but I believe it will be more convenient to access it from the front. Therefore, I'll temporarily remove this glass, then dismantle this block and carefully position the sign on the side. So exercise caution, we dismantle it and position it on the side in this manner. It could potentially be positioned at the rear of this glass, similar to those two, but it functions equivalently if it's merely placed on the side. It is more convenient for us to gain access from this side, resulting in less clutter, so it's perfectly acceptable. We could additionally establish a provisional entrance at this location for our future use, whenever we wish to breed these cows, since the farm is now fully prepared. Each time, we can enter this area and breed as many cows as feasible in each individual hole. Thus, we essentially approach every individual hole and proceed to breed the cows once more to the fullest extent possible. Given that the signs are already positioned on that central block, all the smaller cows will descend, and we can observe that in fact, there are beginning to be a considerable number of them accumulating down there. We allow them a brief moment to descend. Indeed, you can proceed to play now, and once the cows have matured, we will return to this location and proceed with the harvest. A bit of time has elapsed and our cows have reached maturity, so we can either press the button or pull the lever, depending on your preference. Personally, I have a preference for the lever because it allows us to remove the lava more swiftly and prevent our steaks from being entirely burned. We desire them to land in the chest, so I promptly click once, then a second time, and patiently wait for the optimal result. We have successfully obtained it and we examine the chest to observe how our food and skins are developing. We can repeat the entire process once more. Naturally, if you prefer, you have the option to construct it with a charming little house or something similar. In its raw form, the construction looks like this. It's the largest number of these farms that I managed to fit in such a small area so that we could have exactly 3 holes, 3 dispensers, and 1 chest. This is how it looks. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If so, please leave a like, subscription, and comment. Please make sure to subscribe, as it genuinely means a tremendous amount to me, and I am extremely thankful for your ongoing support. I am eagerly looking forward